So, who are you?
My name is Ricky Davaine. I'm an artist, engineer, and a producer.
Alright, and how long have you been doing all of that?
I just started engineering about 2 years ago. I've been an artist all my life, honestly. Music been a part of my life since early age, singing in preschool and shit like that. But producing came about like 5 or 6 years ago, and I just started to take it more seriously the more I grew into it.
So on Twitter, people have been talking about how music is all, as far as Memphis music goes, there's like so much hate in the city. There's like, what do you think?
Memphis is definitely the crab in the barrel type of city, but I think that's changing too. And I feel like that's changing with the new scene, way we're doing things and shit like that. It won't be a problem anymore for people to be like, oh, niggas don't want to fuck with us, and we too clicked up and da-da-da. When really that was all the old niggas before us. And all the old niggas that still are in positions of power are still acting in that manner. Because this is a kind of a position-hungry city, and there's kind of a mentality here of competition, or, you know what I'm saying? If I'm doing better than a nigga, I don't want to see that nigga do well, but it's also fading away. You know what I'm saying? With all the traction that Memphis getting right now, niggas are starting to realize we better off working together than being apart. So it's not a myth. Niggas definitely be salty as hell here, especially some of the more known niggas. But I won't say known, but some of the higher up niggas with positions of power. But I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that too much longer.
And because of the hate, do you think there's something that artists can do to combat that, or do you think it's just gonna always be like that? I mean, it is changing, like you said, but do you think, how long do you think it's gonna be like that, or is there a cutoff point? Are we gonna hit like a plateau? What's gonna happen? What do you think?
Can't say, honestly. Cause it's an interesting game, and it always changes. It's an ever-changing game of how people play here. So I think we might be in the last days of it, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? We got all of the, we're getting to the point where people won't need the higher ups, or they won't need the approval of certain people in the city to make the moves that they want to make anymore. So it'll get to a point where people just won't give a fuck, and they'll be able to do what they want to do, and it'll, or that's what I'm hoping. That's what I feel like is coming about from what I'm seeing behind the scenes. But yeah, I think we're in the last days of it.
Do you think that there is a stigma between like rappers and producers as far as like how you should be in like the Memphis culture? Like, is there like a certain wave you should be on?
I feel like they kind of feed that to you and tell you should. But you know, Memphis always gonna love their classic rugged sound and all that. And that's just as far as the actual like music. You know, we niggas want to hear nigga music here, and that's just what it is. Cause I like nigga music. Do people not like nigga music? But with that's kind of like the main export for us here. I think I see people trying to get more into the R&B side of things, like myself. There's like a little indie rock culture here, but I know mostly is the trap rap, and with the trap rap comes the trap personalities of, oh, I don't fuck with niggas and I gotta get it on my own. And just a bunch of like weak ass shit that niggas don't have to be like, not fucking with niggas, just being like real to themselves and kind of greedy in a sense, or just spoiled, kind of like spoiled brats. But like I said, niggas growing out of it, the real always gonna overshadow the fake in the end. But you know, that's the attitude that everybody walk around with right now. Like I gotta act like I'm better than these niggas.
So what do you think? Do you have any advice or any suggestions of like how we can change it? Because the reason that I did this video is because I'm asking different artists, producers, and everything, like, what do you think? Because everyone on Twitter is always like putting their 2 cents on how it should be, or like why things are the way they are. But like, I want to hear from like y'all about what do you think we should do to change that, or what do you think, like, is it really that bad, or Just what happened?
I don't think it's as bad as niggas make it out to be. Like, or it's not like in the prime of how it was when niggas were just like, oh yeah, fuck y'all, we gonna get it on our own. But I'd say we just need that extra sense of community, the sense of working with each other and respecting each other's space and territories, but also like building with each other. Memphis doesn't really have like the mindset for building. It's kind of like a celebrity mentality here. Mm-hmm. People get to the point where they feel like, I've done enough, you should respect and da-da-da, or you should approach me a certain way. Niggas lose the work ethic or like the passion that they have for it once they get to a certain level. And I think once we just get rid of that little mindset, kind of stop being a little prideful with our progress, because a lot of people get prideful with their progress, and then that stunts the rest of their progress. So I think once we get rid of that mindset and just kind of get more used to seeing the rap industry in Memphis as a community, I think it'll all come together a little bit easier.
Okay. So as far as like, so do you personally do that?
Do I what? Do I click up?
No, like not do you click up? Well, do you click up? And if not, then do you support everyone? Do you have like the community mindset? Because people are like, oh, we should be all kumbaya, come together. Not even kumbaya, but like be supportive. But like, are you actually supportive?
I am, but I'd say there's always the discernment of how, who, and when you should support. And I'm not just saying like, no, we only gonna support our own, but you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna support no bullshit either. So like, if it's good, I'm gonna let you know it's good, and I'm gonna actually be a fan of it, so I'm gonna push it. But if it's not that good, I'll be nice about it. But you know what I'm saying, it's not my obligation to promote what I don't feel is the best. And I guess in the sense I click. Everybody has their little corner that they go to. I have my familiar faces that's around me and shit like that. But I don't think I want to limit myself to just like clicking up and shit like that. There's a lot of cool artists here that I'd like to work with. Some that I have already, and some that's just in the talks. So once I rambled and forgot the damn question.
Well, the question was, do you click up? If not, or do you support whatever? So you kind of answered it, I guess.
I guess. I support when I feel necessary.
So do you have anything to say to people out there who are rapping and or making music, doing whatever? Like, do you have anything to say to Memphis specifically, like as far as that? Because everyone has their 2 cents on Twitter, and I'm sick of it. That's why I came to y'all.
I'd say one, focus on your own music, you know what I'm saying? Don't bend your sound for what you think everyone else is doing. 2, don't compare your progress to anyone else. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't feel as if your progress that you have made makes you better than anyone. We still want that sense of community in the end of the day. I'd say be more open to just working with more people, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just being rivals, like the idea is to make the city a family, you know what I'm saying? 10, 20 years from now, niggas will be talking about, oh yeah, we did this collectively because of this person and that person and that person. You got to think in that aspect instead of, you know what I'm saying, I just want to be this nigga for now, instead of being, you know what I'm saying, you got to be a key component in the machine to make everything better. So I'd say just be more open and focus in on everything right now. Just remain focused on what you need to remain focused on. Don't get too caught up in the politics of it all. Just do what you gotta do, and don't be a dick. So.
Okay, and so where can we listen to your music, and where should we follow you on, like what social media?
Well, you can find my music on iTunes, it's on Spotify, everywhere. I actually just dropped a project called Viceland. It's an R&B project. You know what I'm saying? My little take of the project. So you can find all my music on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere. SoundCloud, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ricky Davaine. RICKYDAVAINE.
All right. Thanks for interviewing with me.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So that's it.
I am Miles Jacob.
All right. What do you do?
I am a producer, basically.
And how long have you been producing?
2 years. 2 years and like a month.
Okay. So within those 2 years, what have you accomplished? I know I've been seeing your stuff, and I know that I saw you did something with like that TJ.
Yeah, TJ 3K. Yeah. So basically, I'm big on YouTube. So I get about 14.4 thousand subscribers on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm basically living off of just online production and stuff like that. And then I just got a big placement with TJ 3K about 2 weeks ago that I found out about.
Okay, so within the 2 years that you've been doing producing, and is it just engineering or producing, or which one is it?
It's just producing. Like, a lot of folks ask me, can I record them and all that type of stuff. I ain't got into it to where I can do other people. I know how to record myself if I want to, but I don't just do engineering and nothing like that yet.
Okay, so what can you say as a producer? Like, what are the biggest challenges? Well, in Memphis specifically, like, is there?
In Memphis, basically, I feel like as a producer, if you're really just trying to get on, it's gonna be hard if you don't know nobody. So when I first started, I was just kind of sending beats out all the time and stuff like that. I want as good as I am now. But when I was sending them out, it was kind of just hard to work with folks because people don't know you. They usually, it's main producers in the city. They usually get work with the most and stuff like that. Typically, you can find a few artists and stuff like that. But if you're really just trying to get on, you either gotta work with like the real small artists and build up, or you gotta go elsewhere and find other people, to really just work with or do the YouTube route. Basically, that's what I did. So, when I first started, I only worked with a handful of artists from the city. It was I worked with Rambo for a second, and I did a song with Jizzle, Casino Jizzle, Fly Tip. I got a song with them, but that was about it. Outside of just Ricky and stuff like that. That was about the only person I just worked with closely like that. Kyle Hippie, and my boy Austin Cruz. So yeah.
Okay, so with that, I see a lot on Twitter, like from time to time, where people will be like, it's hard in the music industry, especially in Memphis. And why do you think that is?
Shit, just hard to get into the industry.
Yeah, like people will be like, there's hate, or like people don't support, or like, I don't know how it is as a producer. What do you think?
I don't really believe into the whole like people don't support. I feel like if you good, people gonna recognize. Now there's gonna be folks that hate because they see that you on type shit, but I follow it because
no, you good.
Yeah, and I feel as if like if you hard, you hard. Like people gonna notice eventually. Like that's what I feel like. Even with my situation, my whole thing wasn't, they don't mess with me or nothing like that. It was kind of just like I gotta find a way to get seen, to get heard type stuff. You know what I mean? You can't complain the whole time and then expect folks to just start listening. Now, if you hard, folks they gonna rock with you.
Okay, so you said that if they rock with you, they gonna rock with you. So what do you think about so you produce all these different beats for different people, and like, I guess rappers are the ones that are like the main ones complaining, But do you think that they're doing something wrong, or like, what do you think? Why haven't they blown up, especially in Memphis?
As far as rappers in Memphis, I don't really know. It just depends on each person's situation. I feel like sometimes people get impatient. They'll see somebody that started after them, get on before them, and then they'll just assume that folks are not rocking with them or folks hate them type stuff. But truth be told, a lot of folks, they get popping in other places before Memphis, and then it kind of just allows them to go and do bigger things type stuff. And then it's just some people, they gotta keep working. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. It's folks that started producing after me that's doing much bigger stuff than me, but I don't complain. I just gotta, do what I gotta do.
Yeah. So, what do you think about like Memphis music culture as far as like, what do you think the culture is right now? Like where
if anything, I think it's in like the best moment. You got Duke Deuce, Lil Thad, they got the crunk stuff going. Then you got, artists like Crucial that's really like expanding, what we can do as a genre with our music and stuff like that. And then you got, Chopper, he's huge. And then, of course, you got all the folks that's been on Moneybag, he's getting bigger, Key Glock, all them type of folks. So, I just feel as if anything, this is the best time to be doing music in Memphis.
Okay. So, do you have any tips for producers? And rappers in Memphis?
As far as producers, it depends on which route you're trying to go. Some people, they don't want to do YouTube. They feel as if, that's kind of just devaluing their work sometimes. And then sometimes they just feel as if they'd rather work directly with artists. So if you're a producer, you just got to keep reaching out. You got to show up to studios, try to work, learn to record. If you're definitely trying to get placements, learn to record. There's so many times that if you just engineering, you can get artists to beat every time type stuff. So definitely learn how to record, folks. Get into the studios and just show love. Don't always just reach out and just be like, let me give you beats. Support their music first, and then after you built that kind of relationship, hit them up. Can I send you beats? They'll probably rock with you more. And if you're trying to do the YouTube stuff, you just gotta be consistent. Like, it's literally just being consistent. I went about 6-7 months without getting paid, really, from doing it online, and then to be able to do it, full time. So I feel as if whatever you do, you just gotta be consistent with it. If you're gonna send beats to artists directly, do it every day. If you're gonna upload beats, do it, every week or whatever type stuff.
Okay. Where can we find all of your beats and everything?
All you gotta do is go to YouTube, look up Myles Jacob Beats, anything like that, and you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at MylesJacob_.
Okay. All right. Thanks for interviewing me.
No problem.